when I first got the call to work with Stephen, I'll never forget it. We had many, many chats, and I was the new boy. And although I was experienced, I wasn't that experienced in the genre. I mean, he's had Gavin Harrison, Malcolm Miniman, you know, Chad Wackerman, Chris Maitland, the most amazing drummers, you know, the most amazing drummers who I'm fans of too. And he's a perfectionist, both in and out the studio, on stage. He records the show every night. So he'll go back to his bunker, his hotel, he'll listen to it, and the next day he may just say, a few changes here. It's like, oh, you feel like a naughty schoolboy being told off. But it's all for the greater good, you know? It's like, yeah, you're right. And it goes back to that playing for the song, not playing for you, playing for the artist that you're working with. We played on a Rush album. We played on the reissue of 2112 a year or so ago it came out, last Christmas. And we recorded it on stage at a sound check in Vienna. And he took the audio off Ian Bond off front of house, went back and mixed it, and it sounds like the best studio ever. And it was just in a big hall. He's got genius ears, and every time I've got a little bit of time, I'll question him, because he's when it comes to ears, he's got some of the best ears I've ever heard. So yeah, it pains me to say it because of his rubbish Alan Partridge impressions, but yeah, it has to be Stephen. He's a gentleman, and he's a friend, and he's a huge inspiration of mine. Home studios are growing massively, you know. Remote recording for me, not everybody can afford a flight for me to go over to New York and spend 4 days at Avatar or whatever it may be, you know. They're looking at stems the next day. So I'm doing a lot more from home than I've ever done in my home recording studio. And whether people love it or hate it, it's the way it's really going, unfortunately. But it works for me personally. Technology is helping with everything that we do, right? Some people say hindering, some people say helping. I remember that I would record my drums, I'd then save them, which would take a day, and then I'd export stems, which would take hours, and then I'd email it, which would take hours, because we didn't have the Dropbox sort of thing. Now, I mean, yesterday was amazing. I recorded my drums, I exported, I'd done the whole thing in 20 minutes. And you know, he's literally given me feedback. And this is the important thing, you know, if you are doing things remotely, it's very easy, especially in different countries, different languages and stuff, for the intensity to get lost on a session. So I'll record drums, I'll send it over, time delay, all that sort of thing, language barrier. You're looking at next day, you'll get the changes, and the intensity's gone. Whereas now it's like, okay, when you up in New York, okay, you're up at 9 a.m. Okay, I'll start recording at 2. Log on to Skype or log on to Messenger. You can watch me record the session. Mark any changes in real time. I'll export the stems. You'll have it straight away. And then you've got that interaction. So yes, you're not in the same room. There's not that level of like, oh, I love what you played there. What did you do that? I want to do that. Or I love that sound. But it's the next best thing, you know. And like you say, with the fiber optic, everything being so fast and so quick now, you can have it in a heartbeat. Or, you know, I did a session in Japan where they logged on on Skype. They watched the whole session and they made the changes while I was playing, which is amazing. I guess it's hard to put into words how I feel about where I am right now. I'm 44. I'd always dreamed about playing on some of the world's biggest stages. I've always dreamed about playing at the world's biggest drum festivals with my heroes, and I'm amongst that now. And if it all stops tomorrow, then I've had the most amazing ride. It's been rocky, it's been bumpy, it's been some of the highest hills I've ever climbed, but it's been such an amazing experience. And to sit, to talk, to record with my heroes is absolutely priceless. And I document everything in my house. I keep a scrapbook of everything, and it's been an amazing journey. But there's still work to be done. I still want to practice harder. I still want to get better at my craft. I still want to be the best I can be, and that takes compromise and takes time. And but you know, I don't want to rest on my laurels. I have to keep pushing, because when I go to the next drum festival, I want people to go, wow, that was amazing, and we can't wait to see him again. And that's my kind of ethos with everything I do, from live to studio to production to producing, whatever it may be. That's how I want to keep pushing myself further and further and further.